I got it. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. Oh, okay, never mind. What they're saying, I think. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem, sung by our Centennial High School chorus.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It's okay. Okay. Welcome, fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, proud families, and cherished friends. I am Kennedy Townsell, student body president and senior class vice president. It feels surreal to stand here tonight, a moment we've anticipated, maybe even dreamt about, for the past 4 years. The hallways that once felt so vast now seem intimately familiar. The faces in the classrooms, once new and uncertain, are now faces of new friends. Look around you. Take a moment to appreciate your accomplishments that we celebrate tonight. We've navigated late-night study sessions, survived strenuous tests, or in my case, last-minute homework assignments. We've cheered each other on from the sidelines, offered shoulders to cry on, and shared in the small victories and significant milestones. These shared experiences have forged bonds that will extend far beyond the walls of this school. The world that awaits us is vast and full of possibilities. It will present us with exciting opportunities and undoubtedly its share of obstacles. These will be moments of clarity and moments of confusion. There will be triumphs and there will be setbacks. It is in navigating these complexities that we see what kind of person we truly are. Remember the lessons you've learned, not just from your textbooks, but from your teachers, your coaches, and your friends. Remember the importance of teamwork, the power of perseverance, and the value of critical thinking. Hold on to the spirit of curiosity that has been nurtured within these walls, and never stop asking questions and seeking knowledge. As you embark on your individual paths, embrace the unknown with courage and with an open mind. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone to explore new interests and forge the way to your own unique journey. There is no single definition of success. It is a journey of self-discovery and growth. Be true to yourself, follow your passions, and don't let anyone else define what is possible for you. Remember the importance of the connections you've made here. Cherish the friendships that have sustained you, and continue to nurture those relationships as you move forward. Your classmates will be a network of support and inspiration throughout your lives. Finally, never forget the community that has supported you, your families, your teachers, and the many individuals who have invested in your success. Their belief in you has helped you reach this milestone. Take a moment to express your gratitude for their unwavering love and encouragement. And while graduation feels like the beginning or like the end of something monumental, it truly is the beginning. It's the start of new chapters, fresh challenges, and opportunities we can't even begin to imagine. Some of us will be heading off to college, some to the workforce, some on completely unexpected journeys. But wherever we go, we carry Centennial with us. We carry these lessons, the friendships, and the moments that have made these past 4 years unforgettable. The diplomas that we receive tonight are not just pieces of paper. They represent the hard work, dedication, and perseverance that have brought us to this point. They are a testament to our ability to learn, to grow, and to overcome challenges. Graduates of the class of 2025, you are bright, you are resilient, and you are ready for the next adventure. Go forth with confidence, embrace the challenges and the opportunities that lie ahead, and leave your mark on the world. Congratulations. We did it!
Welcome, graduates, family, friends, and faculty. I would like to thank you for coming to celebrate the Centennial High School class of 2025. My name is Caitlin Carter, and I have served as the senior class president and student body vice president. It is hard to believe the last 13 years of our lives have led to this day. This is the moment we have been waiting for. Now that we are here, I can't believe this is the final goodbye. I would like to give a big thank you to all the family and teachers who have poured their lives into each of these graduates. I knew this year would not be easy, but with the help of my amazing parents and sister, I was able to get through it. As I look through these rows of seniors, I see more than just identical caps and gowns decorated with colorful cords and stoles. I see the people who have grown beside me, my classmates. Regardless of my relationship to them, we have truly all written this chapter together. Today we celebrate the ending of one chapter as we move on to the next. Whether your journey is taking you to college or not, it is the beginning of the rest of your life. The past 4 years have prepared us with the skills and experiences needed to succeed. Now it is up to us to decide how we will use them. Honestly, writing this kind of speech is a lot easier said than done. I've had a really hard time figuring out what message I want to leave with you all. A couple of weeks ago, I had a realization. On May 22nd, my classmates and I will be stepping into the unknown. We won't have the comfortability of high school. We will now refer to our teachers as professors. For most of us, we will be multiple hours away from the ones who have raised us, supported us, and comforted us. Now it is time for us to grow up. At first, this scared me, but I know we are ready for it. It is time for us to look forward. Although our high school experience will always be a part of our journey, there is so much more for us in the future. If all we do is dwell on the past, we will miss so many important life events. So I stand up here today telling you, after today, only look forward. As I say this, I want you to remember that all of you have earned every moment of this day. All of the challenges we have been through are all now worth it for this moment. As you walk across the stage, soak it in. As you see your friends graduate, soak it in. As you listen to every last speaker, soak it in. I say this because after we have thrown our caps symbolizing this great achievement, that's where this chapter ends. As I end my speech, I would like to leave you with a Bible verse from Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. This verse has been one of my absolute favorites, and it says, "In the same way, let your light so shine before others that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." Graduates, you have made it. Congratulations, Centennial Class of 2025. Thank you.
I would like to take a moment to introduce our special guest this evening. Mr. Eric Welch, WCS board member. There we go. Mr. Robert Blair, FSSD board member. Mrs. Robin Newman, FSSD board member. Mr. Kevin Townsell, FSSD board member. Dr. Kevin Dyson, CHS principal. Dr. Parker Altman, CHS assistant principal. Dr. Aaron Caceres, CHS assistant principal. Mr. Greg Glass, CHS assistant principal. Dr. Tina Rollerson, CHS assistant principal. Mrs. Leslie Henniger, CHS counselor. Mr. Ian Sanders, CHS counselor. Mrs. Mackenzie Yanek, CHS counselor. Mrs. Allison Lewis, CHS counselor. Mr. John Martin, CHS counselor. Mrs. Lolly Barney, math teacher. Mr. Evan Proctor, math teacher. Miss Sarah Shapiro, math teacher. Mrs. Shelley Stice, social studies teacher. Mrs. Debbie Galloway, Spanish teacher. And Mr. Wade Roberts, physics teacher. Thank you to all our special guests for your presence this evening.
Bye.
Trying to find my part. Hi, I'm Kevin Dyson, principal of Centennial High School. Thank you. And welcome to graduation 2025. Before I continue, I want to make mention, as you see a couple kids periodically kind of trickle in, trying to get into where they fit in, we had several athletes qualify for the state tournament, as we've had the past several years. And so we're super proud of them, but we had to make sure the show went on. But also I'd like to mention, we do have one so far state champion. Gavin Johnson won the 400 in state this year. Now you can celebrate with your brother later. It is my privilege and honor to welcome you to the class of 2025 graduation. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge two students who are graduating a year early. Will Emily Narciso and Elizabeth Casadas please stand and be recognized? Thank you. In addition to that, we have two students that we would like to honor. These are students that have made an incredible and honorable commitment to serve our country. The following members of the class of 2025 will be joining the Army National Guard. Please stand and be recognized: Connor Wright and Guadalupe Sanchez Jr. And also, we'd like to honor those family members and people in attendance. If you served in the armed forces, will you please join us so we can recognize you at this time? Thank you. We do appreciate your service and commitment to our country. Finally, I would like to take a moment to remember the students past and present from CHS who are no longer with us. At this time, will you please join me in a moment of silence as we remember some students that we have lost. Thank you. Well, today we gather not to just celebrate a milestone, but to mark a closing of a chapter that is known as the class of 2025. And I began this journey with you together as the principal. This was the first class, my first year as principal of Centennial High School, so this was somewhat bittersweet. I remember I made the promise that I would be here to see you through, so we're here to this day. Recently, I was watching an episode of Ted Lasso. Yes, Ted Lasso. Yes, yeah, I hear the woo! Where Ted, the main character, was playing darts. He proceeded to ask one of the patrons what he needed to score to beat his opponent. The lady told him what he needed, and collectively there was a gasp and giggles as to indicate the improbable feat that he was about to undertake. During his monologue, as he was shooting darts, throwing his darts, he stated that he had been underestimated and judged his entire life. And if people would only just take the time to get to know him, they would learn who he truly is. Yet in that scene, he quotes Walt Whitman. And it's my hope that these words will guide your journey from tonight forward. Simply put, Walt Whitman said, "Be curious, not judgmental." It's a simple phrase, but it holds profound power because curiosity opens doors. It asks questions instead of closing conversations. It invites collaboration over competition. It says, I want to understand you rather than I already know who you are. That kind of mindset is rare, but it also is the very thing that will carry you forward long after the celebration of today fades. Be curious and about those you think differently than you. Be curious about your mistakes. They will teach you more than your successes. Be curious about the future, not fearful of it. And above all, Be curious about the people you meet, for the world is full of minds and hearts waiting to connect with yours. Class of 2025, the world you're stepping into is a complex one, yes, and at times it is overwhelming, but it's also waiting for leaders like you, people who understand that kindness, humility, resilience, and curiosity are the real superpowers. So whatever you're going to do, whether it be college, entering the armed forces, joining the workforce, or even taking a gap year, which I don't suggest. It's hard to get back started once anyway, go out there, be bold, be generous, be curious, and never forget that the strongest teams, the most meaningful progress, and the most lasting joy come not when we stand alone, but when we choose to grow together. Class of 2025, congratulations, and we love you.
Good evening. I'm Marian Casares, 12th grade assistant principal. What an honor it has been to work with this incredible class of artists, athletes, and scholars. From the stage to the track to the classroom, the salutatorians of the class of 2025 truly stand out. They can run a sound booth. They are accomplished musicians. They can design a full 2-story set and intricate costumes. One is currently setting records at the state track meet. That's why I'm on my phone all the time, by the way, teachers. I promise I'm using my technology responsibly. They are future meteorologists, mathematicians, and researchers. It is a privilege to introduce our 10 salutatorians. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Carla Brennan. Caleb Choate. Roman Comer. Michael Eischen. He just ran the 4x100 and is on his way. Madison Gary. Jack Munson. Navdeep Pedapale. Kylie Rasmussen. Corey Stiles. And Carson Woodring. I would now like to welcome Mrs. Debbie Galloway to the stage to introduce our first valedictorian.
Almost 4 years ago, a little ray of sunshine entered my Spanish 2 honors classroom. It didn't take long to see her determination and success in whatever she was asked to do, and always with a smile on her face. Fast forward to junior year, I was excited to find out that I would once again have the pleasure to teach this outstanding young lady in my Spanish 4 honors class. As the year progressed, she truly blossomed in her love of the language and her proficiency skills in a class that had become a sweet little family. Her senior year, I was truly blessed to have the opportunity to teach her again for a 3rd year in my Spanish AP language class. Her love for the language was so apparent throughout the year, as well as her talent and skill. She's not only a superb student, but also just a great human being. She has exhibited qualities of leadership not only in the classroom, but also as an officer for Spanish Honor Society. She has also led in various other school activities, including on the soccer field, and also in activities at her church and in her community. But while she was leading, she was also demonstrating the heart of a servant. Whether she was mentoring a fellow student or volunteering at soccer or church camps or doing mission work in Nicaragua, she connected with others in a sweet and personal way, always shining her light to those around her. You may ask, who is this exceptional young lady? In Spanish class, we know her affectionately as Natalia. You all know her as Natalie. So without further ado, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you one of Centennial's valedictorians and also one of its finest, Miss Natalie Blank.
Good evening, everyone. Teachers, administrators, families, friends, and my fellow graduates. Today we celebrate not just our completion of high school, but also the journey we've taken and the memories we've made over the past 4 years. While this big achievement is important and worthy of celebration, what truly shaped our time together were the small moments. I invite you now to think about the memories over the past 4 years that made you smile. Maybe it was laughing with friends while walking through the hallways between classes, or the time a teacher gave you an extension on an assignment when you really needed it. Perhaps it was cheering on a teammate after a great play or encouraging them after a mistake. Or maybe it was the moment Carol Birdsong called to say that you could sleep in the next day. These simple, often overlooked moments were rooted in kindness, and they built the foundation of our time together. As we step out into the world, it will be easy to focus on the next big thing: a degree, a job, a promotion. However, let's not underestimate the power of a kind gesture. A listening ear, a helping hand, a word of encouragement. These small actions are what create ripples of joy that extend far beyond what we can see. Mother Teresa once said, "Small things done with great love will change the world." So, as we leave these halls and step into our future, let's remember this. We don't have to be the wealthiest, the smartest, or the most successful to make a difference. We just have to be kind. So, to my fellow graduates, I challenge us all. Be the reason that someone smiles. Let's go into the world not just aiming to succeed as the world defines it, but to create ripples. After all, these diplomas are not just for us, but they are for us to use to change the world, one small act of kindness at a time. Congratulations, class of 2025. We have an exciting future ahead of us.
I'm Wade Roberts, and I have the privilege tonight of introducing 4 of our 6 valedictorians. I've taught each of these students in physics over the past 2 years, and I can personally vouch for their exceptional work ethic, intellect, academic foundation, and passion for learning. The first valedictorian I have the honor of introducing tonight, Addison Edmondson, has the mind of an engineer and the heart and skill of an artist. She is one of those rare students equally at home solving advanced physics problems or sketching majestic fire-breathing dragon that looks ready for a professional animated epic. Whether it's a flawless self-portrait or a complex physics concept, she brings great skill and natural talent to both. Class of 2025, please welcome valedictorian Addison Edmondson.
There we go. All right. Good evening, everyone. 13 years ago, we walked into our first day of kindergarten not knowing the paths each of us would take. Friends were made and lost, tests were conquered and failed, difficult classes barely survived. From our very first day of school to our very last, we stitched together a patchwork quilt made up of our own personal experiences and relationships. Thank you to those in my life who have helped me make my quilt. Thank you to my mom and dad for your constant presence in my life, for encouraging me. You are the reason I'm standing here today. Ashlyn and Annabelle, you are both the best sisters I could have asked for. I want you to know that you are both totally tubular. Ryan Wall, thank you for the months that we spent together. In the time I've known you, it is very clear to me that you're an incredibly special person. Kylie, my best friend of 7 years, you've always been there for me. However, you still owe me some of those Jolly Ranchers I helped you win in 6th grade. So pay up. Molly, Asa, Noelle, and Brooke, thank you for being the funniest, most genuine group I've been a part of. Here's to many more summer side quests. Deanna, thank you for lending me that pencil during freshman orientation. My entire high school career would have been ruined without it. Tyler, Corey, Josh, and Sasha, thank you for making the archery team what it is today. It's going to feel strange not seeing you in the school hallways 5 days a week. Thank you to Miss Jennifer and Miss Elise, who are both incredible mentors and leaders in my life. A special thanks goes out to Miss Coffin, Mr. Sawyer, Miss Harlan, Mr. Mooney, and Mr. Roberts. You have all had a bigger impact on my life than you could have imagined. While there are many more people I would like to mention, I think great dismay would come to those who would have to listen to all of it. Instead, I would like to give you my final and most important thank you to my God, for he knows the plans he has for me. Plans to prosper me and not to harm me. Plans to give me hope in the future. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the night, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Keegan Gagoner, your next valedictorian, is a student who's always in motion, mentally, physically, and academically. He is a scholar athlete with deep interest in nature and a real gift for turning learning into action. One day he's completing a physics lab exclusively speaking fluent Spanish with his lab partner, and the next he's using projectile motion to calculate the perfect angle to improve his baseball pitch. Whatever he's doing, he's fully engaged, and he makes learning active, relevant, and fun. Class of 2025, please welcome CHS valedictorian Keegan Gomer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out tonight to show your support for the class of 2025. Rather than reminisce on my years in high school, I would much rather simply thank those who have gotten me here and shaped the person I am today. Miss Galloway, as my Spanish teacher for several years, I am truly grateful for what you taught me. Learning Spanish was a blessing in my life, and I am able to use it every day thanks to you. And of course, it is extremely helpful when working at Taco Bell. Thank you. A mis amigos y familias hispanohablantes, felicidades, si se pudo. Coach Parks, I wanted to thank you for teaching me some invaluable financial advice that will surely aid me a great deal going into my future. You are living proof of how the great philosopher Playboy Cardi so wisely put it. I want everybody to get money. So thank you for wanting me to get money. Miss Stice, you're so sharp and capable, I genuinely wonder how you're not already running this country. Your knowledge of history has remained unmatched, and your insight is deeply inspiring. For enlightening me in ways no typical teacher could, I want to thank you. Mr. Roberts, there is no other teacher I have ever had in my life who has been so influential on me. I think I speak for everyone who has had him, you as a teacher, when I say that your passion for what you teach is more valuable than anything else. From giving up your own time on weekends for study sessions to always being a resource for those who need it, you truly exemplify what it means to be a teacher. For all of that I am grateful, and other than, of course, my own father, you too are the kind of man I hope to be someday. Thank you beyond words. On that note, my dad, Jared Goner, your duty as a father, strict, unwavering, protective, often precedes the true value you've brought to my life. Since I was an infant, you've always taken me to see live music with you, something priceless that I can never repay you for. You gave me a core piece of my identity, and though some may see it as 80s dad rock, I am beyond thankful for what you have given me and for what you have made me. I love you, Dad, and thank you. To my mom, Katie Goner, to describe you as the truest and kindest thing in my life would be an understatement. When you are happy with us, you give us everything you have and more. When you are annoyed with us, rarely so, you still always say, I love you. Mom, you have always put those around you first, never once betraying your ideal of making everyone happy. To truly describe you would be love. You are the definition of loving unconditionally and with everything in your soul. Every day I sit bits of pieces of you in myself, and for that I am beyond grateful. You were there every moment of my childhood, and you have still been with me entering adulthood. There is nothing I can say to genuinely express how much I appreciate and am grateful for having you as my mother. Thank you, Mom, for everything. I love you, and sorry for making you cry. My brothers, Rowan and Liam, you have a lot ahead of you, and being away from each other for the first time in our lives will be devastating, to say the least. However, I hold great hope for both of you and hope you will do the same for me. As little as I express it, you two are such an essential part of who I am, and I can never ask for more amazing brothers. You will forever be my number ones. Thank you guys, I love you. To everyone else here, as Drake said, I'm not trying to be the next anyone, I'm just trying to be the next Drake. Never stop trying to be somebody, and never tolerate falling to a nobody. From what I've seen, you all have so much ahead of you, and I look forward to hearing all of what you've done in 10 years' time. You guys have been great, and I'm thankful for all of you. There are many more people I'm thankful for than I can name in one speech, but I want to extend my deepest gratitude to Lila Welch, Mark Matai, Roman Comer, Darren Boonstra, Allie Brooks, Lila Harrison, Juan Segovia, Guadalupe Sanchez, Sasha Hebert, all my classmates, every one of my teachers, my incredible fellow valedictorians, and lastly, my invaluable family. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night, and roll tide.
Our next valedictorian, Michael Rada, is a quiet powerhouse of intellect, clarity, and wit. Among his highest achieving peers, he's known for mastering difficult concepts with calm and precision, and for his dry humor that always lands. He is so admired by his AP2 physics peers that when studying optics this year, his classmates named a specific light ray after him, the Michael Rada Ray. With aerospace engineering on the horizon, this CHS star is literally aiming for the stars. Class of 2025, please welcome CHS valedictorian, Michael Rada.
Good evening, teachers, families, friends, and fellow graduates. Today is about change, the kind that moves us forward, that challenges us, and that reminds us that nothing stays the same forever. Over the years, we've changed more than we may even realize. We've grown up, faced obstacles, made memories, and discovered new pieces of who we are. Change is never easy. It means saying goodbye to routines, to comfort zones, and sometimes to people or places we love. But as Dr. Seuss once said, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. That quote means more today than ever. We could be sad about leaving behind these hallways and the people who shaped us, but instead, let's smile. Let's smile because we were lucky enough to be part of something worth remembering. We've made it through a time of constant change, and we're stronger because of it. I always think of change as a supernova. A supernova marks both an end and a beginning with the death of a star. But that star turns into a nebula, a beautiful arrangement of color across space. I'm reminded that change won't always be happy, and that I might have to leave people or things behind, but if I look for it, I can still find the good. A supernova is proof that even after an ending, there is potential for something extraordinary. And as we move into the next phase of our lives, whether it's college, work, or the unknown, change will come again. But now we know to smile and look for the beauty in change. Congratulations, class of 2025. Keep embracing the unknown and never stop moving forward. Thank you.
The final valedictorian I have the honor of introducing tonight, Levi Sponsel, works at the highest level and beyond. After excelling in AP Physics 1 last year and while taking AP 2 Physics this year, Levi taught himself calculus-based physics, a course we don't teach. So this past week, he could take the calculus-based AP exam. Knowing his talent and preparation, I'm confident he earned top scores despite having never actually taken the course. His drive and discipline are unmatched. Class of 2025, please welcome CHS valedictorian Levi Sponsel.
Thank you. I'm honored for the opportunity to be a part of such a special occasion. I wouldn't be up here without the help of so many wonderful people. To my teachers, I can't express how much I appreciate the effort and genuine passion that you all brought to class every single day. Somehow you guys always manage to keep me interested and awake. I don't know if I can say that for everyone else here, but I will say that I wouldn't have worked nearly as hard if I didn't have all of you in my corner, showing your unwavering support day after day. To my family, the people who have put up with me for the past 17 years, you've been my rock that I can always cling to. My alarm for when I snooze my phone one too many times, or my speed dial for when I need to know how to use a laundry machine. In a year that has felt almost impossible at times, I've had you guys to be a shoulder to lean on or an arm to lift me up. To my friends, thank you for being the ones to make high school unforgettable. The laughter we've shared, whether together or at my own expense, is something I simply can't recreate. No matter where life takes us, I'll carry these memories with me, cherishing them always. Many of these memories have come from my study halls. Now, the Oxford Dictionary defines a study hall as time in a school curriculum set aside for study and the preparation of schoolwork. But let's be honest, Oxford Dictionary has never stepped foot into a high school study hall, because you'll never see that. You'll see half the class, hoods up, asleep on their desks, and the other half, AirPods in, scrolling TikTok. My experience was hardly different. Even when assignments and college applications piled up, I was incapable of doing the work. Time that could have been spent on an essay or a lab report was spent making jokes and laughing with my friends. Yeah, I might have been up until 1 a.m. submitting something last minute, but I wouldn't have done anything differently. The tiredness, stress, and anxiety I felt then have vanished. And now all I can remember is the time surrounded by friends and family. As we leave this chapter of our lives, I want everyone to see the value in these memories. The inside jokes, the late night hangouts, the stupid hypotheticals. These are the pieces of high school that will stay with us. Putting aside time to laugh and reminisce is not a mistake. As Henry Ford once said, the only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. So listen to the people around you, their humor, wisdom, and stories. I'm certain that for everyone here, whether they'll be at college, in the workforce, or chasing a dream, there'll always be new friends to make, moments to laugh about, and mistakes to learn from. Sometimes life can feel overwhelming or without direction, but in those moments, I urge you to reminisce on your memories. Remember that just like traffic lights, every moment in life has its purpose. And no matter how long the wait, whether the light is yellow or red, it will always turn green again. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shelley Stice, and it is my great honor to introduce your last valedictorian of the night. His name is Ryan Heidler. Ryan isn't just a student who earned top grades. Ryan is a true scholar in every sense of the word. His curiosity is relentless, the kind that doesn't stop at the classroom door. Ryan Heidler reads textbooks for fun, and I know this firsthand because this year I lent him one so he could teach himself AP Comparative Politics just because he was interested. In his free time, Ryan doesn't just relax, he challenges himself by diving into entirely new subjects. He is the kind of student who reminds us why we love teaching, and he's not alone in his drive. He and his closest friends, some of whom are also on the list of valedictorians and salutatorians, form an academic dream team, always pushing each other forward, always celebrating one another's achievements with a kind of joy that is usually reserved for championship wins. Ryan, you're behind me, okay. Ryan, your sharp intellect, quiet humility, and slightly obsessive love of learning have left a lasting impression. We will miss you, but we're also excited to see the impact you'll make next. Please join me in welcoming your 2025 valedictorian, Ryan Heidler.
So I have written here, I'm going to keep this short because we still have a couple speeches to go. I was not aware that I'm the last one, so I'll still try to keep it short. Before anything, I'd like to take a moment to thank my family. You have been my foundation, my backbone, my biggest cheerleaders, and my safety net. Your love and support have carried me through every challenge, and you've celebrated every success by my side. For that, I'm endlessly grateful. More than anything, what my family has shown me is the value of being surrounded by people who believe in you, push you, and, where'd it go? And make you better simply by being who they are. There's a quote I try to live by. You are the sum of the people you surround yourselves with. And I believe that wholeheartedly. The friends I've chosen, the classmates who've challenged me, and the people who've laughed with me through the highs and stood by me in the lows, you've all shaped me, and it would be wrong of me to stand up here and speak without recognizing that, because I wouldn't be here on that stage without you. There are a few friends here today who have especially impacted me, more than I can ever fully explain. Living by the quote I just mentioned, each of you has something in you that I admired, traits I looked up to, and qualities I hope to grow into myself. Whether it was your humor, your confidence, your work ethic, or just the way you treated others, being around you made me want to be better. I would love for you to share this moment with me. Please stand as I call your names. Noah Shrest, Micah Barkus, Carson Woodring, Alina Rader, Alex Chang, Macy Butters, Sophia Stovall, Michael Eishin, Navdeep Pedapalli, Luke Garrett, Talon Highsmith, Juan Segovia Barajas, Logan Nolan, Adam St. Amant, and my best friends, the people I could turn to in any situation, whether that was losing a loved one, needing motivation, or even girl problems. You four have been with me since the beginning, and I couldn't have asked for a better circle to grow up with. Ryan Wade, Roman Comer, Levi Sponsel, and Timothy Kim. And now to the rest of the whole class of 2025, as we go our separate ways, I hope each of you find your people, the ones who push you to dream bigger, laugh louder, and stand taller. Choose them wisely. Be that person for someone else. And no matter where life takes you, remember, we are not just the sum of our accomplishments, we are the sum of the people who walked alongside us. Thank you.
Congratulations to our valedictorians. As we begin our presentation of the candidates, I will now welcome our first name reader to the stage, Mrs. Shelley Stice, once again. She will be followed by Ms. Sarah Shapiro, Mr. Evan Proctor, and Miss Lolly Barney.
Megan Diane Adams. Emma Dawn Agee. Jessica Jasmine Aguion Huerta. Estefany Alatorre. Sydney Nicole Alexander. Emily Emily Guadalupe Alvarez. Cyrus Richard Amstutz. Oliver Edwin Anderson. Anila Eternity Neve Angel. Carlos Daniel Arujo Hernandez. Victor Manuel Ayala Zambrano. Alexander James Azaminia. Deanna Faith Baker. Macy Grace Ballard. Diego Alberto Banales. Micah Blaine Barkis. Caden Michael Barker. Evan James Barnes. Matthew Liam Barron. Yay, Maddie. Sophia Grace Beasley. Marilyn Anita Beccard. Margaret Ruth Bashirs. Natalie Lauren Blank. Isaac Alvon Bonds. Jocelyn Bonifacio Lacona. Darren Scott Boonstra. Avery Jules Boozer. Jackson Ryder Bortis. Owen Dale Boyer. Xavier Malik Branch. Carla Teresa Brennan. Ella Rose Brewer. Kaylee Sophia Bribiesca. Aaliyah Morgan Brooks. Aiden Nixon Leonard Brown. Josephine Gibson Brown. Jake Lucas Berger. Blake Summers Butcher. Lily Mae Butler. Macy Lane Butters. John Patrick Caesar. Joseph Blakely Calabrese. Caroline Rose Campbell. Andrew Jacob Carlson. Braden Vincent Carter. Caitlin Elizabeth Carter. Ellie Grace Cottle. Alexander Ming Ji William Chang. Noah Todd Sherrist. Zachary Thomas Shervanack. Laurel Elizabeth Chi. Logan Henry Chitwood. Caleb Daniel Choate. Rocco John Cimarasti. Carter Lucas Clark. Ethan Thomas Cleary. Elizabeth Marie Cochran. Alicia Simone Coleman. Jade Gia Collins. Spencer Charles Collins. Roman David Comer. Caden Chadwick Kahn. Charles McIntyre Corbett. Yay, Charlie. Benjamin Wallace Cordero Reeves. Yay, Benji. Haley Joe Council. Jonathan Corvarubius. Zoe Elizabeth Cox. Cameron Jameson Craig. Stephanie Maria Curiel. William Jake Daniel. Jamarcus Deshaun Davis. Joshua Michael Davis. Kinsley Grace Davis. Natalie Nicole De La Cruz. Andre Liddell Dean Jr. Kalani Giselle de Guzman. Jason Dominic Del Conte. David Antonio Delgado Ramirez. Nicholas Michael Andrew Del Giornio. Jada Nicole Dillard.
Anaya Grace Dixon. Brandon Emmanuel Dominguez Torres. Ava Ryan Elizabeth Dooley. Riley Doris. Eowyn Elaine Douglas. Jada Hazel Drayton. Jalen Keith Drayton. Remy Fern Druckenmiller. George Alexander Dunn. Kaylee Michelle Duplessis. Morgan Elise Dyer. Addison Rain Edmondson. Michael Dean Eishen. Ava Leone Elliott. Emma Rain Evans. Rainey Marie Fellows. Sabrina Lachey Fisher. Corbin Henry Fry. Knox Philip Futrall. Emerson Rose Gant. Isabel Garcia Perez. Tanya Garcia. Madison Elizabeth Gary. Luke David Garrett. Thomas William Gary. Remy Kate Gibbons. Keegan Daniel Goner. Rowan James Goner. Cheyenne Nicole Goodwin. Jaden Thomas Grissom. Diana Suyapa Huerva Valle. Sophia Nazareth Giza Contarero. Blakely Race Hacker. Alexander Luke Hall. Benjamin David Hamby. Cole Webster Hampton. Morgan Faith Hampton. Jackson Nicholas Harding. Elijah Xavier Harper. Lila Louise Harrison. Elijah Spencer Hawkins. Jalea Allison Haynes. Alexander Hazelton Hebert. Ryan Alexander Heidler. Allison Grace Henschel. Areli Hernandez Martinez. Talon Chase Highsmith. Brianna Lee Hitchman. Clayton James Hodgen. Arlo Chase Hoffman. Harrison William Holden. William Colin Holloway. Alexandria Lauren Hooks. Stella Rose Hoops. Lindsay Denise Horner. John Tandy Hotz. William Reed Hotz. Gabrielle Lena Idy. Robert Lamont Ingram Jr. Layla Page Jackson. Niger Brandon Jackson. Eli Brian Jacobs. Jasraj Pavesh Jani. Ezekiel Jarquin. Kanai Aishan Johnson. Shiloh Johnson. Taylor Mackenzie Johnson. Braden Thomas Jones. Darlin Pierre Jones. Zoe Abigail Jones. Connor Gerard Cobfell. Alex Garrett Wilson Cadawala. Alexander Lauren Key. Patricia Marie Kennedy. Joshua Brian Keita. Timothy Yachan Kim. Jalen Dominic Kincaid. William Tucker Kirby. Miller David Klein. Caroline Ray Cokes.
Jeshuan Koo. Aiden Glenn Krieger. Tyler Andrew Krisman. Reagan Whitley Lamb. Elijah Daniel Lammy. Sterling Lawrence Lanigan. Rachel Marie Largen. Sarah Magnolia Lassiter. Harper Elizabeth Laycock. Jendaya Lynn Leach. Nevea Isabella Leach. Strider John Lear. Damian Leon. Sadie Moss Lewis. Christian Jeremiah Lyles. Roberto Carlos Linares. Nelson Paxton Link. Diego Lopez. Edwards Lopez Cruz. L. Olivia Lucas. Jonathan Marilyn Madera. Camden Spencer Marcino. Kevin Caleb Maria Gonzalez. Alyssa Yamileth Martinez. Mary Cruz Vanessa Martinez Ramirez. Trevor Raymond Maston. Alexandro Mata Zambrano. Mark Reyes Matai. Taylor Dior Mays. Matthew Nathan McCain. Maxwell Troy McKay. Jackson Monahan McLean. Tanner Gebrin McCrudden. Jack Hayden Magera. Francis Xavier McGowan. Sophia Elizabeth McGowan. Alexandria Ann McSwain. Sutton Michael McWaters. Delaney Carol Menke. Kimberly Meza Cervantes. Katie Reed McColtzik. Noah Michael Mills. Brendan Paul Mitchell. Aiden Donovan Morby. Alexis Scott Moore. Asher DeMoss Moore. Ryan Lene Moore. Lizette Guadalupe Morales. Tiffany Esmeralda Morales. Mary Elizabeth Morial. Philip Milton Morris. Eva Amen Moufle. Jack Parker Munson. Michael Thomas Newman III. Emily Nicastro. Madeline Grace Nicholson. Logan Curtis Nolan. Eve Claire O'Donnell. Peyton Claire O'Reilly. Iman Desiree Achieng Ojwang. Elise Marie Oliger. Charles Willett Osteen. John Council Page Jr. Matthew Moses Pappas. Joshua G. Juan Park. Deyanira Pedro Diaz. Vitor Pinedo Santos Magalhães. Denise Guadalupe Perez Cervantes. Navdeep Reddy Pedapalli. Holly Michelle Pfeiffer. Jansen Frank Picard. Sydney Jane Picard. Brandon Michael Pimentel. Addison Miranda Pluinski. Diego Alejandro Porras. Tobin David Power. Melissa Pamela Prado Mendez. Elizabeth Quezada Cazares. Zach Rackley. Michael Stephen Rada.
Alina Marie Rader Blackman. Brishna Rahimi. Ashley Ramirez. Kylie Rain Rasmussen. Ian Charles Reber. Willow Elise Ruthie. Michelle Reyes. Chloe Chantel Ricketts. Brandon Lewis Ridgway II. Jamori Christopher Risen. Kevin Alexander Rivera Pantaleon. Amari Monet Robinson. Isabella Rodriguez Claudio. Jasmine Rodriguez. Maurice Antonio Rodriguez. Ricardo Josue Rodriguez Tremenio. Anay Rojas Araujo. Maria K. Roman. Alistair Frank Rudolph. Connor Joseph Ruff. Jesus Antonio Salazar Lopez. Henry Salinas de Jesus. Gabriela Sanchez. Guadalupe Sanchez Jr. Nesheri Cloette Santiago Rodriguez. Lucas Lisboa Scales. Alexander Charles Scoggins. Emery Anna Sagadi. Giselle Segoviano Lopez. Iris Cristal Segoviano. Juan Manuel Segovia Barajas. Giselle Namala Shanklin. Brooke Madison Shea. Mabry Elizabeth Simmons. Harune Evelyn Smith. Kendall Marquise Smith. Levi David Sponsel. Olivia Ray Spikerman. Adam Jeffrey Sedamont. Finnegan Dylan McLean Sterling. Jose Alberto Stevens. Corey Paul Stiles. Sophia Aurora Stovall. Andrew Keller Stratton. Claire Elizabeth Summy. Sophia Lorraine Taylor. Anika Anand Thadaganda. Ashton Emma Faith Thetford. Merrick Lincoln Thomas. Nicholas Ryan Thompson. Nubao Nig Ton. Guadalupe Torres Ventura. Kennedy Nicole Townsell. Caldwell Douglas Turner. Riley Mabry Turner. Karina Faye Tuttle. Christopher Guadalupe Valadez Martinez. Jacob James Venable. Carlos Michael Vigil. Miguel Angel Villaseñor. Josephine Magnolia Waditz. Ryan Judson Wade. Catherine Ruth Kudich Walker. Nora Kate Walters Knight. Kentrell Josiah Walton. Kellen Raleigh Watson. Colette Abigail Watts. Eli Nicholas Wells. Macy Olivia Weinberg. Jessica Danielle Whipple. Asa Tamia White Pratt. Xavier Marquis Witzy. Jalen Malik Wiseman. Joshing Wong. Kyler Ross Wood. Carson Benjamin Woodring. Seth Blaine Workman. Aiden Mead Wright. Connor Richard Wright. Austin Tyler Yates. Gianna Marie Zakreski Stroud. Just the two that didn't make it.
As their final graduates are making their way to the seat, we got an announcement to make. We do have another state champion, Larkin Johnson. She won state today. Yeah. And we have a couple young ladies on the 4x4 relay team that are en route, y'all. So listen, we're going to try to do the best we can to hold off on them so they can have their graduation as well. It's just one of those things, man. You end up being good at something you do, and here it is. You're qualifying for state. So we're trying to stall just a little bit. But while we wait, I'm going to say this. Since I profess that we are family, and I know how my family acts when I do something well, and I'm going to let y'all been good all night. So parents, grandparents, friends, siblings, cousins, aunties, all y'all. When we get ready, we're going to root on this class of 2025, man. This is time for y'all to act a fool, as my family would say. Act a fool, all right? All right, here we go. Act a fool for them. Class 2025, congratulations. Let's go. Oh, I think we can do better than that. Let's go. Y'all been good all night. You better let that out. Yeah, let it out. All them horns and stuff y'all been sitting on waiting to let them out. You better let it go. How are we on time? Still got a few minutes. Yeah. Let me get the section leaders up here too while I'm up here talking. Y'all bear with us. They got some people that did some amazing things. We're trying to just let them have their moment as well. So y'all bear with us. We're going to get an SRO, get a police escort. No, I'm just kidding. She's behind him, right? It sounds about 3-4 minutes. So we're going to do the tassel turning, and hopefully they catch us before we get out of here, y'all. Graduates, the turning of your tassel symbolizes turning the page to a new chapter in your life. It is a recognized symbol of your completion of 13 years of school, now culminating in an awarding of your high school diploma. No matter where life's journey takes you now, we hope you will remember your fondness, your time at Centennial High School. Congratulations on your achievement. Now, class of 2025, will you stand? You may now turn your tassels. So we're going to have our section leaders lead us in our traditional CCCHS chant, and hopefully we'll have our other graduates come through, and then y'all just make way for them so we can give them their moment as well, all right? So I'm going to leave it to our section leaders.
All right, one last time, let's do it. Give me a C.
C, you got your C, you got your C.
Give me an H.
H, you got your H, you got your H.
Give me an S.
S, you got your S, you got your S.
What's that spell? C, 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 H, S.
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 What?
What?
C, H, S. Yeah.
Are we doing it now? Yes, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, family, can y'all wait just a second before you come on the field? We do got some kids coming down. Before y'all just start bum rushing the field, hold on. Hold on now, we still waiting on a couple kids. Don't wreck shop just yet. I should have told some jokes or something. You were 720. 715. Right on time.
They spread, and it was a good thing.
Are they here? Are they here? All right, y'all make way. Y'all make way for the graduates right quick. Make way for make way so we can get them in the moment, y'all.
Across the stage.
Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Hey.
Hey, go hand them the diploma.
Yeah.
Just say their names. Just.
Okay. I know Mason.
You got it?
Ready?
Name.
Mason Riles. Where's Kylie? Is it just one? Where's Kylie?
Where is she? Where's the other one?
Missing.
We got one more. We got one more.
One more.
We got one more. We got one more. Hold on.
We have two. Oh, two more?
Is it two? Oh.
Kylie. Ryan.
No, I didn't cuss. No, I didn't cuss. Hey, where's Kylie?
Why were they not in the same car? Kylie.
They
Turks
were in the
to
same car.
stage.
Where's Kylie?
Kylie Turks to the stage. Okay.
Hold on. We got one more graduate, y'all. Where's she at?
Two more, right?
No, just one more. Just one more. Make room, please, so we can give her a moment.
I know. This is so.
Hey, section leaders, can y'all do the Moses one?
Oh my gosh.
All right, here she comes.
I don't see anybody.
One more lap around the track.
Please make room.
So I don't see anybody.
You want to say her full name? Kylie Gabrielle.
Okay.
Where's she at?
Where?
Kylie!
Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Right there. Go. There you go. There you go.
I know. Okay.
You got this.
And lastly, Kylie Gabrielle Turks. Oh, Kylie.
Well done.
Roll that music, Josh.
Thank you.
You're unbelievable.
Now we can celebrate.
But tell me more about mine. I'm always so concerned with the way you say you always have to stop to think first. Being white is more than I ever know. But this time I realize I'm gonna shoot through and leave you. The things you say, your purpose just give you away. The things you say, you're unbelievable. Singly laughs, so mean you can ask us. Pushing down the relative, bringing out your high self. Think of the fun, son. Pushing down the better view instead of bringing the attitudes to walk the world You're unbelievable. You're so unbelievable. You're unbelievable.